They don't want you to see this. What is happening in Kenya right now isn't just a protest. It is a full-blown people's uprising, and the silence in global media is deafening. At least 10 lives confirmed lost. Central Nairobi has been completely sealed off. Yet, the headlines are quiet. The cameras turn the other way. But we won't. At First Africa Voice, we show what others want. This is what the media isn't telling you about the disturbing protests sweeping across Kenya and what it means for the rest of the continent. Stay with me as I reveal the real causes behind the uprising, the voices on the ground, and why what is happening in Kenya could ignite a fire across Africa. You are watching First Africa Voice, bold, fearless, African. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. My name is Paul Lingua, the Africa Orator. Now, let's dive into the story properly and break it down together. Last month and in the month of July this week, thousands of Kenyans, mostly youth and civil society groups, took to the street to protest. Their message was clear: no tax hikes, no to government exploitation, yes to accountability. This wave of protest sweeping through Kenya is triggered by controversial proposed tax hikes, and the movement has evolved into a wider campaign for more accountability governance in the country. Some demand the entire government's resignation. The demonstration started on 18th June and for a week were overwhelmingly peaceful, but in the early afternoon of June 25th, they took a violent turn. A number of demonstrators breached police barricades and stormed the precinct of Parliament. They set part of the building on fire, destroyed legislators' offices, and carted away property. Kenyan police, who have a well-deserved reputation for brutality and have in recent days drawn strong criticism for repeatedly lobbing tear gas at protesters and charging them with batons, responded with live fire. The unprecedented scene in the Houses of Parliament stunned Kenyans. President William Ruto, who waved at first between saying the protest had been hijacked by criminals, promising talks with the participants, finally gave in and agreed to shelve the contentious legislation called Finance Bill 2024 on 26th June. Despite the unexpected win, demonstrators vowed to press on and held demonstrations on 27th June and 2nd July. Protesters have also rolled out a program of street action due to culminate on 7th July in a national vigil in honor of those killed by the police. They assert that although the finance bill set off the protest, demonstrators were also driven by a broader set of grievances with the way Kenya is governed, including pointed criticism of well-paid officials in the executive and parliament denounced for living in luxury while opposing austerity on the public. Frustration among Kenyans with the state of the economy and the government's perceived insensitivity to the plight of the citizen has been brewing for years, but the sudden street action caught authorities by surprise. 7 July became the date Kenyan protesters in the 1990s used to steer the country clear of autocracy and toward political accountability. In 2025, that spirit may be more relevant than ever. The demonstration turned deadly when security forces opened fire, using live ammunition and tear gas to disperse peaceful crowds. As of now, at least 10 people have been reported not alive in protest, according to a state-run human rights body, the latest in a wave of anti-government rallies that began last year. The human rights body added that it had evidence that at least 2 people had been abducted, as well as reported 29 injuries and 37 arrests in towns across the country. Here is what the mainstream isn't showing you. Footage shows unarmed young people shot in broad daylight, not rioters but patriots. International outlets have reduced this to economic discontent, but we see something deeper, an awakening, a people refusing to be crushed under corruption, taxes, and silence. What this means for Africa: Kenya is not alone. Across Africa, from Senegal to Nigeria, Ghana to Tunisia, we are seeing a new generation stand up and say, No more. Our voices matter. We won't be rude. We would lead. This protest in Kenya is part of the larger movement, a pan-African wave of youth consciousness that is shaking the pillars of old power structures. But the danger is real. Governments are responding harshly instead of dialogue, and media silence makes it easier to hide truth. To the people of Kenya and the youth of Africa, your cries are not falling on deaf ear. At First Africa Voice, we hear you, we see you, and we will amplify you. What is happening in Kenya is not a Kenyan issue. It is an African awakening. What is your reaction to what is happening in Kenya? Do you believe Africa's youth will rise above systems? Truly, far as there are more men on earth, there are more opinions. So kindly drop your thoughts in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more bold African-focused stories. Well, the view of the day has kept upon our thoughts, and nature must obey its necessity. Here is where we bring down the curtains. Until we meet again, my name is Paul Lingua, the Africa Orator.